What if I told you you could play Roblox on a Nintendo DS? Yeah, I know the title and thumbnail of this video probably look a little bit sketchy, but I promise you guys this is real. Today I am going to be accomplishing my childhood dream of finally getting the chance to experience Roblox on the Nintendo DS. Some of you guys can probably relate to this as well. I remember when I was a kid, I'd go onto Google, more specifically Google Images, and I would type in like Roblox DS Edition, Roblox for Nintendo DS, and it would always come up with like these funny looking 144p images which were clearly made in Microsoft Paint, and I would always get disappointed when I realized Roblox on the DS didn't really exist. Anyway guys, a few years ago I got an email from a fan and they sent me this screenshot of some really cool looking concept art, and pretty much what it was showing was Roblox running in a DS emulator. Now at first I thought, what is this? Like, has somebody made some sort of 3D homebrew project type thing where they've made like a custom Roblox game and got it running as like an NDS file? Well, it turns out, like I said, it was just funny concept art. It wasn't actually a real thing. But that got me thinking, maybe somebody has actually made a Roblox DS type port. So I started doing a bit of Googling and internet searching, and I came across something called OpenBLOX, which for some sad reason has received barely any attention despite it being pretty cool and pretty fascinating. And it seems like this project has been going on since around 2021, so this thing's coming up on 4 years old now, and I thought I'd make a video about it. Somebody has been working really hard on this. They've made a cool project where you can run old classic Roblox maps on your Nintendo DS. Now this only works with maps from around 2005 to 2011, so yeah, we're going to be keeping it classic in today's video, which is what most of us love anyway. Now before we get into this, I just want to make this clear because I know I've got quite a few viewers of the channel which are fairly young. This isn't the latest full version of Roblox. I know that sounds extremely obvious, you know, we're not going to be playing Rivals or Pet Simulator on a DS or anything. Anyway, yeah, if you want to follow along, if you want to try this for yourself, all you really need to know is this only works on the original DS, the DS Lite, and the DSi. So if you have a 3DS, unfortunately this doesn't work. And I know it doesn't work because I spent an hour trying to get it working on my 3DS, and then I realized. So I will be using my DSi today. You will also need one of those flash cards, I believe they're called R4s, or if you have a DSi like myself and you've got it modded via its SD card, then yeah, you can use that, that's fine. But I'll tell you what guys, let me show you how to set this thing up. I'm actually going to take out my DSi's SD and just plug it into my PC quickly. I'll show you what files you need, what you need to transfer across. I know most of you guys probably aren't going to be following this and you're just curious to see what it runs like and what Roblox looks like on the DS, because yeah, it's kind of crazy. So I'll just show you how I got it working quickly, and then we can have a look at some gameplay. So go and connect your SD card or your R4's SD card to your computer. Here it is guys, a 2GB old-fashioned SD. It's amazing how much you can fit on this thing. Anyway, here is OpenBLOX. Big shout out to EGA Matsu, that's the guy that made it. Really cool stuff. This thing hasn't been updated since 2023. So yeah, like I said, I'm surprised nobody else has really talked about this because it's really awesome. So there's a whole about section, information about maps. It tells you how to compile it, but he did upload it in like an NDS file format thing, so we should be able to use that. But yeah, you also need the content folder from an old Roblox client, but I'll show you guys how to get one of those. Then you just put OpenBLOX on your SD card and you can pretty much run it. The other thing you need to know, right, when you select a map, you need to make sure it's from 1 KB to 800 KB, which is pretty much nothing. If you're using a Nintendo DSi though, it does go up to a megabyte. Yeah, you've got to get a map which is smaller than a megabyte. It's a bit tricky, but I'll show you how to find some. Anyway, so let's go and download this. So we're going to go to releases, which is just here. Then we're just going to go to the latest version. We're going to go on to assets, and we are going to get OpenBLOX NDS. Last updated in February 4th of 2023. Wow, that was a while ago now. Anyway, yeah, let's go and get this thing. So click on it, it should download in a second. The file is very small. So about that content folder with all of the textures and things, this is a complete client archive of all of the Roblox clients. So if we go into clients here, when was this last updated? A few years ago, I think. So let's go into this, then pick a year. It looks like it goes up to 2018, but we need something from 2011 to 2007. So I'll go exactly in the middle. Let's go 2009. So double click on this, then just choose a random one. Let's go this one. Then we're just going to go with May 5th. Then you're going to want to go into the version build, and then you want to download the content folder. So just click on the three dots and then just click on download. And as you can see, it's going to put it all into a zip file for you. It might take a little bit longer because Google Drive is sort of like zipping it all together. But yeah, just give that probably about 2 minutes or something, and then that should download. Oh, there you go. It wasn't even 2 minutes. It was a few seconds. It should look exactly like that. So here's the tricky bit, choosing a Roblox map. Now, the reason why I say this is tricky is because you've got to find a Roblox map which is an incredibly small file size. So if I just go on something like 2006 Angel of Truth, you can see even though it's a 2006 map, it's still 20.5 megabytes, and we've got to find something which is basically 1 megabyte or less. If you find something around, I don't know, 300 KB, 500 KB, that's literally perfect. But yeah, you've got to find a map which is so small. Shark Rock Island, that sounds kind of cool. 2 megabytes, see what I mean? Too much. So go through a few of these. The one I found which was pretty good was Train2, train2.rbxl. This one is 257 KB, which is obviously way less than 1 megabyte. So yeah, this one would be good. If you find a map that you like the look of and it's small enough, you can just click on the download icon here, download raw file, and once you click on that, it just downloads the map for you. And yeah, you can even open these on your normal Roblox if you want to, but obviously we're going to be playing this on a DS. So I have downloaded a few of these which I've got on my DS already. I will show you what happens if you run one which is maybe like a large file size. It will crash, but yeah, I'll show you where to put the files anyway. So this is surprisingly easy to set up. As you can see in my downloads folder, I'm just going to right click, I'm going to go on new, let's make a file folder. We're just going to call this OpenBLOX. Make sure you spell it exactly like that. Then we're just going to drag and drop our NDS file. We're going to drop all of our maps. As you can see, here's some I got from last week, and here's the one I got today, so Train2. We're just going to drop all those in. Then we're going to go into the content zip file. You want to right click this thing. Let's just go on, let's just choose WinRAR, extract here. That should be fine. So then it's going to give you a content folder, and this folder, guys, we're just going to drag and drop into the OpenBLOX folder. And once we've done, we can delete the zip file. So there you go. That's pretty much it. And you get this, you drag, you drop it onto your SD card, or of course your R4's SD card if you're using a flash card. And then, guys, we can open this on our DS or DSi, whatever you're using, and we should be able to load up a Roblox map. Now, sometimes they crash, sometimes they lag, sometimes they don't open. This thing's a bit buggy, but the concept is very, very cool. So obviously just give this a second to copy across all of the old files and folders and things. There's a lot of cool images and stuff like that in there. Anyway, once this is done, I'll put my SD card back into my DSi, and then, guys, you can go and power on your DS. Obviously, I'm using my DSi, so if you've got an R4 card, go and plug that in. My DSi is running higher custom firmware. I installed that such a long time ago, I don't even remember doing it. Anyway, so once your DS is turned on, what we're going to do is we're going to go and launch the Twilight menu. Obviously, if you have this custom firmware, you probably installed that. If you're using your R4, just go and launch that up. Oh god, I forgot how slow this thing was. I guess it's a lot quicker if you do this on a flash cart. Anyway, yeah, I'm just going to start this thing up. So what we're going to do once we get into this menu, we will be looking for the OpenBLOX folder. It might pop up there if you've played it already. If you haven't, you want to go to this little arrow here. And then, guys, you should be able to search for it. So keep in mind, we're looking for the file folder. So it should be called OpenBLOX, which should be somewhere here. There you go, there it is. So we're going to go and open this. It's going to load, give it a second, and then we can open up the actual OpenBLOX NDS file. So just give it a few seconds, and here you go. You can see, right, it's really simple, but it has discovered all of our maps. So what we should be able to do is just scroll down using the D-pad, and once you see a map you like the look of, you can press A to try and launch it. So 2010 Calc, I guess that's a calculator game, I don't know, but we're going to press A to launch it, and oh dear, the entire thing crashed. So you guys can see what I was talking about of maps crashing. The sad thing about this one is I don't even think it was 1 megabyte, and the entire thing still crashed. So if a game does crash, you just want to restart your DS basically, do the same thing again, and then you can go and pick another one. Okay guys, let's try that again. So this time we're going to run 2007 B-Boy. I don't know what the heck this is. It seems to be just a base plate with some stuff everywhere. What even is that? The frame rate's pretty dodgy. I'll tell you what, guys, I'll put a side-by-side view of what this looks like on Roblox as well, so you can see the comparison. But yeah, this is Roblox on the DS. Like, it is pretty insane. I can't believe this is even able to run, to be honest. It would have been actually amazing if Roblox was able to make this a real game back in the day, just like how Club Penguin did. Even if it was just like a standalone game thing, I think that would have been really popular. The screen is a bit dark, so let me just give you a bit of a close-up up here, yeah, it's not too smooth. Like on this map particularly, it's a bit laggy, but I'll show you a better map in a minute. I guess it's more of just a concept thing. You can jump by pressing B. Obviously you've seen I can like look around by using the touchscreen. On this map you're sort of able to like walk off a bit and your avatar doesn't fall down. There must be some like invisible mesh there or something. Still though, pretty crazy, pretty interesting. There's a few like glitches and flickers on the screen, but there you go. This is this map. I think we should probably jump into another map though, because this is literally like a base plate with a spawn point on, which is pretty boring, I'll be honest. So there you go. Let's go and try 2007 Train 2, because I was telling you guys about this one, and as I was saying, it's a bit more interesting. So here you go. This is the Train 2 map. So again, you can walk around using D-pad. If you want to jump, you press B. And if you want to have a look around, you just use your pen on the touch screen. So check this out. The train and everything like that is in here. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't run. I believe if you play this on Roblox, especially if you're using the 2007 client, you can get the train running, which is pretty amazing. I don't know if it has problems on modding Roblox, like it probably does. It's so cool though, how you're able to like go inside the train and stuff like that and jump about. I'll tell you what, let's go to the other end of the platform just to see if anything's there. There probably isn't, to be honest, because this map is so basic. Also, the file size of this map is basically nothing, so I'm not expecting to find anything that interesting. Okay, so here's the other side of the platform. This is clearly like a green Roblox base plate. I kind of wish it was able to load in the textures a bit better. I also kind of wish the avatar didn't have like such a square cuboid head thing, but it's whatever, I guess. What the heck is this? Oh, is that where like the train can jump across the track? Oh, that makes sense. It's actually glitching out like crazy. Oh, there you go. I fell out the map. Right. If you're wondering what happens when you fall out the map, well, you actually die and respawn, just like you would do in Roblox, which I thought was kind of cool actually. So there you go, guys. That's Roblox on the DS. Not really a lot to say about it, but still kind of interesting. If you want to test this for yourself and explore some maps, then yeah, go for it, I guess. Now, I know a few of you guys are probably wondering what happens if you try and like build your own game or build an obby or something. I might save that for another video, because keep in mind you've got to build a map which is so small, it's going to have to be under 1 megabyte, which is literally nothing these days. So I might try, but I feel like that's a bit of a challenge, so that will probably be another video. Anyway, that's Roblox on the DS. Yes, it is a real thing. Yes, it is really buggy. Yes, it is very strange, but still very, very fascinating.